Hi everyone, it's Stu here from 3B with this week's Monday update. What's happening with 3B this week, what videos I plan to do, what streaming I plan to do, and anything of note sort of in the media or press releases or presentations and God knows what that's coming up this week. So let's begin. Okay, the first thing I want to do is there's one key video that I will be doing this week, and that's the review of the EVGA RTX 2080 Ti, the Black Edition. The Black Edition is the sort of the smaller. The heatsink on the Black Edition is a much slimmer version, whereas the sort of £1,400 $1,400 versions are much chunkier and thicker. And I bought that with the thinking that, is it really worth spending that much extra? But considering the Black Edition is like $10.99 and the other editions are like $1,400, $1,500, are those, $300, $400, $500 more worth it? So I'll be also reviewing the card, putting it through its tests. I'll be using 3D Mark. They've got a new RTX test benchmark that you can do. So I'll be running it through that. We'll be playing some games, pretty much. That's Battlefield 5, isn't it? I'm talking of Battlefield 5. We'll talk about streaming in a moment. And I'm basically looking at the thermals and seeing if, it's actually pulling its weight. From my own experience, I've had the card for some time now. I think it's doing a pretty good job. So we'll be looking at that, and I want to provide an in-depth review of that. Streaming news. This week we're streaming, talking of Battlefield 5, we're streaming one of the campaigns from Battlefield 5. I've not decided which one yet. It certainly won't be the first one, because I thought the first campaign in Battlefield 5 was probably one of the dullest. And just, I found it more frustrating than enjoyable. So I have a feeling possibly the second campaign, not the campaign with the tanks, the German tank commander. I found again that was a frustrating one. It was just sort of driving around in a tank most of the time. So I think it was the second one with the guy that spoke French, but he wasn't from France. He was from somewhere else, and somebody probably in the comments will say where it was from. So we'll be doing possibly that one this week. Then next week we'll be returning back to Resident Evil, and then towards the end of that week there's some games that are coming out: Metro Exodus, Far Cry something or other that I've also got on pre-order as well. And I'm not too sure on the Far Cry game, to be fair, but it was relatively cheap, so I got it. There's nothing really in terms of news of note that I can mention this week. Of course, we have the upcoming Samsung release of the S10 and possible full reveal of the Samsung Galaxy F, or whatever they're going to be calling it. So there's more and more news that basically we know so much about these phones, or certainly the S10, that it's not so much of a reveal. It's more, they might as well just turn up and go, here it is. So one of the things I will be doing with the Samsung keynote is I aim to be streaming that live in 4K, and also providing a sort of a subtle commentary to my thoughts as it's happening too. So hopefully they're going to be streaming that themselves live, and I can get a feed off that somewhere. So we'll be looking at doing that, but that's on the 20th, so that's a ways off yet. So that's this week. Predominant focus is streaming and me doing a decent review of this EVGA RTX 2080 Ti Black Edition. So look out for those, and I'll see you throughout the week. Have a wonderful week. Thanks for being a subscriber. Thanks for looking in on this video. And if you're not a subscriber, give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. Come say hi. Join us in the streams. The streams are from Mondays, Fridays, 3 till 5 p.m. GMT, and Wednesdays, 7 till 9 p.m. GMT. So join us there. Thanks again. Have a great week, and I'll see you very soon. Take care.